Welcome back, everybody. This is Shannon BR here at the Mullet River Sprint Track, home of Down Squad Racing, bringing you Group 3 of that 70s race. As always, all the cars are from the 1970s. That's why we call it that 70s race. We're going to race 6 laps today. The top 3 move on to the second round. We also have 3 spots for second chance drivers. They'll be in Group 4. But right now, let's meet today's drivers. This is Indy Rain racing for the A team in a 1971 Plymouth GTX. Then we have Coots from Bent Rod Racing driving a Maverick. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Coots! Next up is Grumpy Cloud of Grumpy Cloud Racing in that 1971 Lamborghini Mivra. I got a feeling I'm butchering a lot of words today. Cupcake from Rust Belt Racing in that 1977 Firebird is here today. He scored a championship with the 80s race. Here is Sam Hall of DRT3K in that 1973 BMW. Here is Blaze of Underdogs Unleashed in the 1971 Mustang. These are some amazing cars. Here is Lap 1 Grid. Indy Rain will be in front with Coots. Grumpy Cloud and Cupcake will be in row 2. Sam Hull and Blaze in row 3. Odd fact, those who started 2nd, 4th, and 6th went on to the next round in groups 1 and 2. Here we go with lap 1. That is Coots and Rain bringing on down to the carousel. Down the hill they go. Coots gets the whole shot. Someone's off the track. Coots slides down the back straight. Through the S's, blocking. Will take lap 1. I believe Sam Hall got 2nd place there. We lost a couple cars. Let's head to the replay and see what happened. Head on down to the carousel here. Coots has got a little bit of a lead, but Rain gets right next to him. And Coots is going to just run Rain right off the track. Coming out of the Phil Collins corner, Blaze gets a little bit of air, lands on the side of the track, and flies off as well. Grumpy Cloud there, sliding down the back straight, comes to a stop, heading into the Crew Jones corner. Coots leads the last 3 cars. Through the S's, past the finish line. Your finishing order is Coots, Sam Hall, Cupcake. These cars will race for 6 laps and they rotate clockwise every lap. The points go from 6 to 1, so the winner here gets 6 points. Sam Hall will get 5, Cupcake will get 4. There's your current standings. Coots off to a nice lead. Indy, Blaze, and Grumpy Cloud all need to get on the board here. We're gonna go ahead and make our way over to lap 2 grid. Up front will be Coots with a great chance to get more points. Cupcake will be next to him. Indy and Blaze will be in row 2. Grumpy Cloud and Sam Hall in row 3. Sam Hall scored some big points from the last row in the last lap. Let's see if he can do it again. And then down to the carousel, Coots with a huge lead. Taking off, gets the whole shot through the Phil Collins corner, spins. Head through the S's. He'll take the, wait, where'd he go? Cupcake takes the lap, and there's Indy Rain sliding in for 2nd out of nowhere. Triple DNF in the champs corner. Here's the replay for lap 2. Craziness already. Coots had a great start. Came through this entire lap. Looked like he had it in the bag. And I have no clue where he went. Heading through the Phil Collins corner. That's Blaze flipping upside down. Indy Rain hanging 10 through the triple Indy. We'll get that camera up and running in the next couple laps. Coots with a huge lead comes out of the Crew Jones corner and just hits the side of the track. I don't know how to explain that. The rest of the drivers try to push Blaze around so they can finish the lap. Just can't get through the champs corner. Indy Rain, who almost flew out of the triple Indy, comes in 2nd place for 5 points. And here comes Indy. I wonder if Indy was named after the dog. To make it official, your lap 2 finishing order is, well, that's Cupcake. And here comes Indy Rain. Indy pulls a McNasty, stops at the finish line, shows off that beautiful car. Here are the standings after lap 2. Cupcake out in front with 10 points. Coots with 6, Sam Hall with 5. Indy Rain right back in it with 5 points. Blaze and Grumpy Cloud still need to get up on the board. Here we go, lap 3 grid. Cupcake and Blaze will be up front. Coots, Sam Hall in the middle. Indy Rain and Grumpy Cloud will be in the back row. The cars are up at the starting grid. Sam Hall looks to be underneath Blaze, but Blaze gets a great start. Through the carousel, gets the whole shot. Through the triple Lindy, gets a little squirrely going down the back stretch. Through the S's, Blaze will take lap 3. There are a couple cars upside down in the S's. We're gonna have to find out what happened there. But some big points for Blaze, who really needed to get out of the basement. Heading on down to the carousel, Blaze gets a nice start, gets in front of Cupcake. Heading on down to the Phil Collins corner, watch the green car in the back will flip over, but somehow flips back onto their wheels. I don't get it. Coming out of the Phil Collins corner, watch this. Was this magic? Bam. We think Indy hit the corner of the track that flipped Indy back over. There's the Triple Indy camera. All 6 cars get through the Triple Indy, but cars have so much speed. You gotta be very careful coming out of the Triple Indy or you can end up like Cupcake here, flipping over. And I believe Indy Rain flipped over coming out of the Triple Indy as well. Somehow Coots and Grumpy Cloud get past an upside down Cupcake going through the S's and finish the lap. Rain and Grumpy Cloud getting some much needed points. Your finishing order for lap 3, Blaze, Coots, and Grumpy Cloud. Let's check the standings after 3. Coots is your new leader with 11 points, Cupcake right behind him with 10. Blaze shoots up to 3rd place with 6 points, Sam Hull and Indy tied with 5. Grumpy finally on the board with 4 points. Let's head over to the lap 4 grid. Blaze and Sam Hull will be up front, Cupcake and Grumpy Cloud in the middle, Coots and Indy will be in the back. Sam Hull did prove in the first lap that you can go from 5th or 6th place and finish 2nd in a lap, so we'll have to see if that happens again. Here they are heading on down to the carousel. Blaze with another hole shot. Out in front again, gets sideways in the Phil Collins corner. Chaos with cars flying everywhere. Blaze going through the S's quickly. He gets another lap win. I believe Sam Hull was right behind him with Coots finishing 3rd. Here's a replay. Let's find out what happened in the Phil Collins corner. Blaze does try to block Sam Hull going through the Phil Collins corner, but it's Cupcake blocking the rest of the crew. Grumpy Cloud gets underneath Cupcake. Coots hits Grumpy Cloud, shoving Cupcake and Grumpy Cloud off the track. They take the long fall on the way down, and everyone else just took off. Let's find out what happened to Indy Rain here. Indy got up on the side of the track. You're going to see it here. Indy flips all the way over, cannot make it to the S's, while everyone else gets through the Crew Jones corner and the Champs corner. Your official lap 4 finishing order is Blaze, Sam Hull, and Coots. That's 2 wins in a row for Blaze. Blaze went from 0 points, will now have 12. Let's check out how that affects the standings. After 4 laps, Coots still in front with 15 points, Blaze with 12. Cupcake and Sam Hull now tied with 10. Indy Rain and Grumpy Cloud with 5 and 4 points. They need to get on the board quickly. Here's your lap 5 grid, 2 laps left. Sam Hull and Grumpy Cloud will be up front, Blaze and Indy Rain will be in the middle, Cupcake and Coots will be in the 3rd row. Let's head on up for lap 5. Up at the starting gate, that is Sam Hull and Grumpy Cloud out in front. Sam Hull gets a good start with Blaze right behind him. Blaze flies off the track. Sam Hull with the hole shot, but he comes out of the Triple Indy upside down the back stretch. Indy Rain will take the lap with Grumpy Cloud right behind him. Chaos coming out of the Triple Indy down the back stretch. And there is Sam Hull upside down. Had the lead going into the Triple Indy. Let's find out what happened here in the replay. Head on down to the carousel. Sam's got a nice push from Blaze. I've never seen a car do this before, but Blaze flies off the track coming out of the carousel. I think Sam Hull just got on the inside lip of the track and flips it in the Triple Indy, and that just blocks up everyone behind him, causes a huge traffic jam. Indy Rain with some great driving goes from the outside to the inside to get around him. Grumpy Cloud got around Sam as well. Cupcake is upside down in the Crew Jones corner. Coots stalls out behind Sam in the Champs corner. Your finishing order for lap 5. Indy Rain of the A-Team. And that's Grumpy Cloud. Huge points for those drivers with 1 lap left. You figure with this many DNFs that the math would be easy, but I'm not sure where all these cars stand right now. Here it is. Coots up front with 15 points. Blaze with 12. Indy Rain with 11. Cupcake and Sam Hull both with 10. Grumpy Cloud with 9. Everybody is still in it. 1 lap to go, and here's the grid. Grumpy Cloud and Indy Rain will be up front. Sam Hull and Coots in the middle. Blaze and Cupcake in row 3. Top 3 will move on to the next round. Let's find out who they are. Head on down to the carousel. Cupcake with a slow start. Grumpy Cloud takes the whole shot going into the Phil Collins corner. Gets through the Triple Indy. Headed through the S's. Still out in front. Grumpy Cloud is going to take lap 6. And a huge crash at the finish line. That has Sam Hull definitely got past the start and finish line. I think Indy Rain did too. I'm not sure if the other cars did. Here's the replay of the start. Grumpy Cloud just taking on Sam Hall right behind him. Indy Rain kind of blocking up Coots at the back. Everyone heads down to the Phil Collins corner. All 6 cars enter the Triple Lindy. Unfortunately, coming out of the Triple Lindy, if you watch the white car here, that is Cupcake. He flies right off the track at the beginning of the back stretch. Heading into the S's second place, Sam Hall flips right in front of Blaze. Blaze gets around Sam Hall but cannot make it out Champ's corner, lands on the inside. Both Indy and Coots slam into the back of Sam Hall, pushing Sam Hall past the finish line. Let's find out if anyone else finished as well. There goes Grumpy Cloud, there's Sam Hall. Indy Rain will get the finish too, but Coots falls short. The official lap 6 finishing order is Grumpy Cloud, Sam Hall, Indy Rain. Let's go to the standings. Who's moving on? It's a 4-way tie. A 4-way tie for first place. Well, that means this race is not over, folks. We're going to overtime. Here at the Mullet, if there's a tie, everyone is still in it. Cupcake and Blaze will be in the back because they have the least points. Sam Hall goes in 4th because he never finished first. The 3 remaining drivers all had a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place finish, so we had to go by their track times for their first place finishes. And Grumpy Cloud had the fastest track time, so Grumpy Cloud will be up front. We're still going with their current points. The first 4 have 15. Blaze has 12. Cupcake with 10. They both need a prayer. Heading on down to the carousel. Grumpy Cloud gets the whole shot. Going through the Phil Collins corner. Way out in front through the S's. It's going to be Grumpy Cloud. Let's see if anyone else finishes. Oh my gosh, that's Blaze and that is Cupcake. That means the other 3 D and F. Remember, the points stand, so we're still going up. That means Blaze and Cupcake may have passed the other drivers to move on to round 2. Let's look at the replay and then we'll look at the standings. Here's the replay, heading on down to the carousel. Grumpy Cloud with a slight lead over Coots gets a nice push from Rain. Everyone gets through the Phil Collins corner. Indy in the green car flips it going into the Triple Lindy. And that's going to block everybody up except for Grumpy Cloud, who then takes off. If you look at this point, Blaze in the blue car and Cupcake in the white car are the last 2 cars, and somehow they get through the entire traffic jam going down that back stretch and finish the lap. As the pile of cars come into Crew Jones' corner, that's Coots out in front, the black car who's spinning and will spin off the track here. Gets hung up on the inside, has a wheel just hanging on the inside of the Champ's corner. Blaze and Cupcake just push through. That's Sam Hall all the way in the back stretch, upside down there, that little red dot up there. Just trying to figure out what happened to everybody. Grumpy Cloud will definitely be moving on to the next round. His race is done today. We're gonna have to see about Blaze and Cupcake, see where their points land now that the other 3 cars are still sitting at 15. If there is still a tie for cars that are in the top 3, we will do another overtime lap. Here are the standings so far. Grumpy Cloud's moving on, and Blaze passes everybody and is also moving on to the next round. Coots, Indy Rain, Sam Hall, and Cupcake will all be racing one more lap. That will give us the 3rd person moving on to the next round. Lap 8, grid overtime. Coots, Indy Rain up front, Sam Hall, and Cupcake in the back. If Coots, Indy Rain, or Sam Hall win, they're going. Cupcake also has a chance to go as well. Lap 8, here we go. Heading on down to the carousel. That's Coots out in front. Sam Hall pushes. Coots goes flying off the track. Indy flips into Phil Collins' corner. Out in front of Sam Hall. Sam Hall's going to take the lap and move on to round 2. Cupcake did finish 2nd, but he needed to finish 1st for a chance to move on. Heading on down to the carousel. Here's the replay. Coots gets just a punch in the back, pushes him on the ledge. He does a perfect spiral off the track. Indy flips it going through the Phil Collins corner. Cupcake able to get by Indy in the Triple Lindy, but needed to catch Sam Hall and win for a chance to move on. But Sam Hall just put the pedal down, headed for that finish line and towards the 2nd round. Don't worry, the craziness has not stopped. Coots and Indy Rain scored 15 points in the first 6 laps, which marks them as 2nd chance cars, and they're going to keep racing in Group 4. Grumpy Cloud, Blaze, Sam Hall all moving on. Cupcake eliminated, finished 4th, but it's the regular 6-lap race that we have to go by for 2nd chance points. Coots Indy Rain will join Bay City Daryl, all tied at 15 points, and Uncle Elvis with 16 points, with the other Group 4 drivers for a chance to go to the second round. Cupcake with amazing comeback, but just couldn't pull it off today. He's been eliminated, as well as Boondocks, Mick Miles, and Stewie McNasty, who all had chance at second chance drivers. Saw their hopes go away today. Congrats to Grumpy Cloud. Amazing comeback today in that Lamborghini. Made the best out of the last couple laps, put him in a position to win. Fast laps today, but no new track record. That's still held by Marco Polo Racing, and that 1977 Firebird. This has been one crazy, crazy day here at the track. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time for Group 4, that 70s race.